takes some focus to actually be able to see the pattern in the water here with the breeze moving the top of the surface. It takes the wind to be still, the air to be still, for the picture to form, to be able to see clearly. As the wind dies down, we'll see that more clarity is there in the water, the reflection of the trees above. It's becoming a little bit clearer now, but I can hear another gust of wind coming, so I think we'll move. But the point of my looking at that was to say that for us to see clearly sometimes, it takes stillness, it takes focus. Often we're rushing around all the time and don't take time for us, me time, and don't actually stop. And that's where I'm going to stop in a minute and sit on that log. So I'm practicing what I preach today, even though it is slightly windy and we might have to move. So, just make sure I don't sit on any insects. So, a sense of calm, a sense of stillness, a sense of focus. All that comes with creating time for you, creating time to be organised, creating time to prioritise. It's taking that step back and looking in as an observer really, and seeing how are you spending your time in the day? What does your life look like? And what would you like it to look like? Are you running around doing everything for everybody else? And it's just habit now, so therefore that's what you do. You don't know any difference until you stand back and see what's happening. Habits are things that, I shouldn't say things, they're actions that you do subconsciously. You've done them over and over and over again, so therefore the neuro pathways have actually created that as a program. And because you're used to it, it's an easy program. Your mind likes what it knows, what it likes. And if it doesn't hurt you consciously, then it will keep allowing you to do it until you actually address it and say, well, actually, do you know what? I don't know if I actually would like to do this anymore. Is it benefiting me? Is it benefiting those around me? So perhaps today, take 5 minutes out of your day, sit or stop and reflect. Reflect on how your day is comprised. Do you create time for you? Is there any me time in there? Or are you just being busy for busy's sake? I've heard that quite often. You're busy being busy, Jenny. What have you achieved today? Well, don't know. I've sort of run around doing lots of things, but haven't really achieved what I would like to achieve. But until you know what you'd like to achieve, how can you incorporate that in your day? And the external news has prompted me today to mention this as well, because I feel people will be going back to work and or at least planning to return to a percentage of their old life, I should say. I can't say normality because it will be the new normal. And normality is what you create it to be. Your energy system is unique to you. You are unique to you. Your beliefs, your environment is unique to you, your upbringing. Only you know. But sometimes, as you know, we need a little bit of help, or I like a little bit of help sometimes with things. And you know, I like layering things and using lots of tools. So I was thinking, what can be useful for us to possibly, it is focus, but more I'm saying objectivity, rather than us being in the middle of everything. We need to take a step back, and I am going to say need. Yes, we do need to take a step back and look in so that you can see the wood for the trees. That wasn't meant to be a pun, but I had to put it in there. We've got a lovely bee here. He doesn't want to be in the video, he's running away. It was a little bee, which there are lots of them around now. So, sprays, energy sprays. You can use any company's sprays that you resonate with. I think that's very, very important. Link in and see if they resonate with you. We obviously manufacture crystal balance sprays, and we do have one called Focus. Interestingly, we're in the green woods here, which actually allows me to focus anyway. It allows me to take myself away from everything going on around me and just, I'm going to say, have some still space. And the Focus spray, the label on it is lime green, so it's reflecting how I feel at the moment here, that it will give me the ability to focus, gives me the space to focus. So are there any crystals to allow focus? Well, as with all crystals, it depends what the focus is. Is it that you're so busy you have a lot of mind chatter, so you need a clearing crystal to clear the mind first of all? Because if your mind is full and running around saying 101 things, you're not going to have the space and the quiet to focus. So sometimes we need to look deeper than actually of what we would like. So if we'd like focus, is it that the mind is too busy? And we have videos on mind chatter, so if you look at those, there are some crystals there that can actually help still and calm the mind. But what about if we just want focus? The Focus spray, as I say, but there is a crystal called Chrysocolla, which you have, it's not Chrysocolla, there is Chrysocolla, and actually that would help as well. That would allow you to voice the fact that you would like yourself to find some me time and some focus. But that wasn't the crystal I was meaning, actually. I'm just going to come around here because there's some noise around here, and I think it's a little blackbird. So I was thinking of Chrysoprase, but or Chrysoprase. I always call it praise. So Chrysocolla, yes, that's actually a malachite, and it's a very bright blue and green. The malachite is the green, the copper in it, and when I chat about these, there's over 48,000 different minerals and crystals around, and I don't plan any of this before I come here and speak. So therefore, sometimes I do forget the properties of some of the crystals, as in what the mineralogy is in there. So I can't tell you what is in that previous crystal at the moment because my mind's not there. But it is with Chrysoprase, and Chrysoprase, there are different versions. There are sort of like an apple coloured one, a lighter green, but the one that is particularly useful for focus is the darker green. It's dark green with some brown in it. So I will put some on Facebook so you can have a look and see what I'm meaning. And then you can link in as well and feel the energy, because obviously in here I'm not showing you the actual crystal, so you can feel the energy of the crystal and see if it resonates with you. So Chrysoprase, very good for focusing, but the other crystal that I feel is really important for now, actually, with everything going on around. There's a lot of us being busy doing, but really possibly, well, achieving. But are you achieving for you? Are you sort of getting the bigger picture? And that's what I like to talk about, the bigger picture, because there is a crystal called Judy's Jasper, or Eye of the Storm, which I have spoken about before. It's actually from Brazil. It's an amazing crystal that allows you to almost be in the centre of the storm. In the eye of the storm, it's quiet, it's peaceful, it's completely silent and still. And the storm can be going on around you. It can be extremely noisy, extremely disruptive. But the Eye of the Storm crystal allows you to just be still in the centre where the turmoil is not there. So very much like the objectivity that we were talking about before, and standing away from the actual situation. Just trying to follow the robin around there. Maybe you can see it. He's down there. It's in the sun. These birds today don't like being on film. So it allows you to almost go up through the eye of the storm and rise above the storm, rise above the whole storm, so that you can look down and you can see what's going on around. So you're viewing everything around you from a position of stillness, of objectivity, of tranquility and non-attachment. So you can actually then start to focus, start to plan, start to put objectives in place if necessary. But start to create things for you, which I feel at the moment is very, very important. In fact, it's important all the time, it's not just at the moment. So that's Judy's Jasper, Eye of the Storm. I'll put some of that on with the Chrysoprase on Facebook, and I'll put the link here. If not, just hashtag it and you'll find it. Also on Instagram. Go into the banner, press the link there, and it will take you to it anyway. So today, take 5 minutes for you. Create 5 minutes and reflect. Reflect on maybe the week that's just gone by. Just take one day if you want to. And look and see, well, what have you done? What have you achieved for you? And are the things that are happening in your day that actually you don't need to do? Maybe others can do it. Maybe it will help them grow and develop by allowing them to do some of the things that you do, and frees up time for you to do some new things. So that's a win-win situation. So I'll leave you with that, with the crystals, obviously using sprays. Meditation helps as well. But whatever you're using and whatever you decide, please let me know. Post it below, because I'd love to know. And if you use different crystals, if there is a specific go-to one that you have that you find you can't do without, it allows you to focus straight away, or allows you to give yourself some you time, then please let me know, because it will help all of us. So anyway, stay safe, stay well, see you soon.